Welcome back to Twin Cities Live. Okay, Ben, the top 24 contestants of American Idol performed in Hawaii this week. And now America decides who stays and who goes.
Ooh, big responsibility, America. So big thanks to Woodhouse Spa. Lauren Andrego is here to recap everything you missed from the last 2 nights. Hello.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Appointment viewing on 5 Eyewitness News every Sunday and Monday.
This is you.
I'm loving it.
Do you take notes?
No, not like Betsy. I don't have the grid paper, but I keep it all in my noggin.
But there's a lot to get to.
I know. So
but it was super fun that they're in Hawaii, right?
Oh my gosh, they performed at Disney's Aulani Resort. It was gorgeous. They got to hang out with Lilo and Stitch. We had 2 celebrity coaches that joined the hosts this week. Tori Kelly, who we love.
I love her.
And Jelly Roll, who I am now the biggest fan of.
Why so? I guess I don't. I haven't dove into Jelly Roll.
No, me either. I know his one hit, but he kind of, coached 12 of the 24 contestants and kind of gave him tips on stage presence and having confidence, and I just loved what he had to say. And then at the end, he was like, America, you got to vote for this guy, to like 20 of the 24 contestants. He loves everybody. He loves everybody. But I just love him. And some people have been asking me who's going to replace Katy Perry next year, as if I have any insight on the matter. But it seemed kind of like they were screen testing both of these two, Tori Kelly and Jelly Roll, for a potential maybe kind of permanent role on the show. Who knows?
I like the idea of Tori Kelly. She's a female, so they can add that to the mix to replace Katy. But I think that she would add something different than Luke.
Yeah.
Or, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name.
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie.
Oh.
Listen, I've interviewed them. I know them.
Yeah,
well.
you know who they are. Do you have a preference if it's Tori or Jelly Roll?
No, and I like that American Idol has 3 different perspectives, but all clearly household names. These are superstars who have been around for decades, who we know, your kids know, and they clearly have something to bring to these people, not only singing-wise, but just like being a pop star, being a performer. So that's going to be necessary. Okay. Who knows who it's going to be? Who can fill Katy Perry's shoes, really? Should we talk about some of the highlights,
Let's do it. Yeah,
I'd love to.
Your favorites.
So there's 24 right now. Next Sunday, they're going to cut that down to 20, and then they're going to cut it down to 14.
Oh, wow.
Really quick.
Going fast.
Yeah. I was going to try to put together a fake top 12 of who I thought it was going to be, but that seemed too hard. So instead, I pulled 5 people who I am fairly certain are going to make it to the top 14. These are 5 of my favorites. Keiko down in the bottom. He's got a family that lives in Mankato. We got Julia Gagnon, Abby Carter, who was a platinum ticket winner, Tristan with the cowboy hat, who's our boss Mandy's favorite, and then up in the top left, Will Mosley, who's got a voice unlike any other contestant I've heard. Here's a little bit of his performance from last night.
I'm just sitting here.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That sounds great.
How would you classify his sound? Is it just sort of, is it like, it's almost like early rock?
Yeah, it is. He kind of reminds me of Darius Rucker, like kind of Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
Doesn't he kind of?
Yeah, obviously not like hard rock, but like kind of a softer rock type of guy.
I love him. I think he could be a superstar performer right now. He doesn't even really need to be on American Idol, but the judges love him, and I think he's going to make it really far.
Okay. All right. I liked him too.
Let's talk about some other performers that were really great. Kennedy Reed was someone who I thought hasn't been a standout by any means, but had her best performance last night. She's a 23-year-old mortician.
Oh.
That is her performance, and she sang Reba McEntire's Fancy. I just have a video playing because I just wanted to.
My name.
That's what she sounded like.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
She showed last night that she's got stage presence.
Oh yeah,
and
she's working.
She
that
got
crowd.
the judges standing up, which I'm really excited about to see what she does next. The other standout performer to me was Jack Blocker. He is our colleague Tracy's favorite. He's been criticized for acting and overperforming, as you can see in his facial expressions. But I want to ask you guys, because he sang something surprising last night. What song do you think he's singing? I've got 4 options for you.
Okay.
Rainbow by Casey Musgraves. Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Judy Garland. Pocket Full of Rainbows by Elvis Presley, or She's a Rainbow by the Rolling Stones. Which one do you think he sang last night? You've got the songs
I would say the Casey Musgraves Rainbow song.
I'm going to say Pocket Full of Rainbows by Elvis Presley.
Let's take a look.
'Cause the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head.
Okay.
I'm on a roll, guys.
Okay, he's very, very much a younger version of John Mayer with
I was
his
just gonna
facial
say,
expressions.
I was just going to say that. He reminds me of John Mayer. And that was what John Mayer was known for. His mouth movements, the way he
was he?
enunciated
Oh,
things.
yeah.
The face stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, the face stuff.
Yeah, it's bothering some people, and some of the judges were like, tone it down, Jack. But I think other people are like, no, this is what makes you
But
stand out.
I think he probably can't even help it.
Maybe
that's
not.
how he's. That's
Well,
how he
there's got to be,
sings.
there has to be some stuff that he's posted before he was even on American Idol to see if things match up. Like if he's always sang like that.
Oh, true. Is it truly like authentically him,
Yeah.
or is it like an American
Like
Idol
our
trying to
guy
make him
Blake. I
stand
mean,
out?
Blake
Right.
he's got videos out there of him singing
performing.
before he actually was on American Idol. So you can see, like, are you authentic?
And funny that you mentioned that, because I think if anyone's got like an apples to apples competition with Blake Prohl right now in American Idol, it's Jack. They're both doing that pop boy anthem,
Oh, boy.
Shawn Mendes sort of thing. Those are the kind of songs I think they're going to go for.
I'm
so
digging
we'll
that. I'm digging it.
see. One more question for you guys,
Yes.
because let's do a little bit more song trivia. You guys have been killing it today. Someone sang one of my favorite karaoke songs ever, Forget You by CeeLo Green. Here are the three of them. Look, Drew put all of these videos together. Which was it? Was it Odell Bunton Jr., top left? He was one of the 3 platinum ticket winners this season. Was it Mackenzie Soul, who narrowly made it to the top 24 in a sing-off? Or down below, was it, I'm missing, Ellie Marie. She's a 20-year-old cosmetologist from a military family that she's talked about before. Which one is singing?
I think
Forget
it's
You by
the
CeeLo
top
Green?
right guy in the blue shirt. Who is that? Mackenzie Soul?
Yeah.
See, Mackenzie seems like he's got that song's like too like that song doesn't need all that gyrating. I'd be surprised if it. I'm gonna go with the gal. I bet you she slowed it down a little bit.
Let's take a look.
Gyrating.
But that don't mean I can't get you there. I guess he's an Xbox, and I know it's hard. But the way you play your game, yeah, I pity the fool that falls in love with you. Oh, well,
That was a risky move, and I like it. I like it. Good job. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Congrats. Congrats.
I would say I think I like that version better than
Yeah,
CeeLo
fun.
Green's.
I like that. I
Just
like
want
to
to go do karaoke. Yeah, love it.
I do want to do karaoke. We should have a karaoke event.
No, we shouldn't.
Let's do what we used to.
Let's do it.
I would get real embarrassed, you
It was,
guys.
it was called Patioke, and it was great. Let's bring it back, everyone.
I'll let
I
you
like
guys sing, and I'll just judge. How about that? I can be
Lauren,
one of the judges.
thank you so much.
Lauren,
Thank
you
you.
so much, you guys. All right, find out who makes American Idol's top 14 next Sunday and Monday on 5 Eyewitness News, and catch Lauren's recaps Tuesdays on Twin Cities Live.
Our American Idol recaps are sponsored by Woodhouse Spa. You can indulge in a relaxing spa experience that'll melt your worries and leave you feeling transformed and rejuvenated. Call now or visit woodhousespas.com to book a massage, facial, or body treatment. They have locations in Maple Grove, Woodbury, and coming soon, Rosedale Center.
Can't wait for that.